That didn't sound like AK gunfire, Fisher. See if these guerrillas have any unusual equipment, and where it might have come from. These guerrillas have some high-tech gear, Sam. See if you can scan the weapons crates with your EEV. Morgenholt's dead. There's nothing you could have done. Leave the body.
Sam, we need to wipe any information that tech might have transferred to a server. That takes care of any copies that the technician might have made of Morgenholt's data.
That seemed to be the last of the crates, Fisher. Good work.
Fisher, you destroyed their comms, but we need to know who they've been communicating with. See if you can find their comm logs on file somewhere. I think you just took out their radio operator. We need to know who they've been communicating with. See if you can find their comm logs on file somewhere. Their radio and operator are down, but we need to know who they've been communicating with. See if you can find their comm logs on file somewhere. The guerrillas appear to be in contact with a cargo ship called the Maria Narcissa. We're tracking her now. We might need to send you there. Good thinking, Fisher. Without any communications gear, they won't be able to tell their other cells that they've been hit.
Fisher, the ship has a central alarm system. If you set off too many alarms, they'll know you're there, and your life will be a lot more difficult. Damn it, Fisher, you just kicked the hornet's nest. The whole ship is on alert.
There's more weapons crates on the ship, Sam. See if you can plant a tracking device on each of them. Fisher, some of the cargo holds are flooded. You'll need to activate the bilge pump in the machine room in the forecastle. Good work, Sam. That drained the flooded compartments.
The bill of lading says that the arms were delivered to Lacerda using a Panamanian offshore bank as a proxy. Sam, the engine room has a gas leak. No firing in there. Not even a spark. Lacerda's ledgers are forged. The shipment is transited under the name Nikariakov, a code name used by Philippine arms dealers.
Fisher, the captain might have logged a record of Lacerda's room assignment on the ship's server. Check the top deck to find out where Lacerda is. Fisher, Lacerda is in the captain's quarters. Third deck, port side. Use the interior stairwells.
That's the last of the weapons crates, Sam. Good job.
All right, Fisher, this whole mission is a mess. Complete your primary objectives and extract from the nearest possible point.
Sam, I've added some info about the bank to your OPSAT. Sam, you'll need to disable a junction box on the roof to switch off the magnetic locks on the rooftop windows. Lasers just came online in the lobby, Sam.
Damn it, Fisher. You destroyed one of the computers that we needed to upload a mail to. Consider your opportunity objectives aborted.
First thing you need to do is tap the authorization locks in the security office, the president's office, and the treasury's office.
That's the first of the 8 mails uploaded, Fisher. 7 to go.
Stick close to the patrolling guard and you can avoid the lasers.
The archives you looked at detailed account transactions from a man named Zerkezi. He's a big-time computational theorist. I hope he's not involved in this mess.
The gear you need is in safety deposit box 1024.
Good job, Fisher. We just ID'd Lacerda's Panamanian contact.
Take the new kit and get to the main vault. To pick 2 locks simultaneously, you need to use the telemetric pick. Place the male end in one lock and the female in the other. Pick the female end and your movements will be replicated in the male end. If you know what I mean, eh? Ooh. Right. Now once you've got the feel for each pin, you have to wait a second for the telemetric pick to sync up. Once it beeps, Bob's your uncle. You can pick the pin and move to the next one. Don't try and pick a pin before you're in sync, or you'll have to restart. Alright, now place the charges over the main pins and blow them.
Great work. Sam, get in there and find those hard drives.
Sam, the emails relating to Lacerda are all purged, but some fragments indicate that they came from someone named Dvorak. They were all encrypted using a 512-bit key, which is extremely sophisticated and classified. Sam, the emails relating to Lacerda are all purged, but some fragments indicate that they came from someone named Dvorak. They were all encrypted using a 512-bit key, which is something that Morgenholtz and Zerkezi had access to.
Great work, Sam. That's all the forged emails. Good job, Fisher. Now the whole mission will look like a robbery.
Sam, you need to complete your primary objectives before we can extract you.
All right, Fisher, that's all we need. Time to make yourself scarce. Go to the nearest extraction point. All right, Fisher, that's all we need. Time to make yourself scarce. Go to the nearest extraction point.
On my way.
Well, that's about as messy as it gets. Complete your objectives and get out of there, Fisher. Looks like they just turned up the heat, Fisher. Your objectives are complete. Get to the nearest extraction point. Looks like they just turned up the heat, Fisher. Your objectives are complete. Get to the nearest extraction point.
Yes, sir.
All right, Fisher. We'll extract you as planned from the same location you were inserted. National Guard is on site, Sam. Do not kill any of them, even if they fire on you. Fisher, you should be able to get to the roof via the elevator once the National Guard restores power. Fisher, the elevator is the only way to the roof. Sam, Zerkezi's penthouse is atop this building. He also has construction permits on other floors. Maybe you can dig up some blueprints. Fisher, you've got a lot of mercenaries on site. See if you can find out who they work for. Fisher, these guys are mercenaries. Find out who they work for. Fisher, the mercenaries here all work for Displace International. That's Doug Shetland's company. I'm guessing that someone inside Displace is working both sides. See if you can find out who's in charge of the protection detail. Displace is Doug Shetland's company. See if you can find out who's in charge of this protection detail. I'd hate to find out someone inside Displace is playing both sides.
Those plans you found were the architectural plans for the penthouse. I've uploaded them to your OPSAT.
Zerkezi has IR cameras. You should be able to see the projected beam with night vision. If you can tap each of the cameras, it would be a big help. You've destroyed one of the IR cameras, Sam. Don't bother trying to tap the rest. 1 camera tapped, 5 to go.
Echelon has nothing on Mylon Nedich. Looks like he's dirty and using Displace International for cover.
That connects Zerkezi to the MCAS bank in Panama. Objective complete. It looks like Zerkezi has a long history of transactions with the MCAS bank in Panama. We'll need to talk to him sooner or later. For now, get yourself to extraction. It looks like Zerkezi has a long history of transactions with the MCAS bank in Panama. We'll need to talk to him sooner or later. For now, finish your objectives and get out of there.
I've located Dvorak in the adjacent structure. Cross the roof through the magnetically locked doors to get to him. I've unlocked the doors for you. Dvorak is in the adjacent structure. I've unlocked the magnetic doors so you can cross the roof.
That's all the cameras tapped, Sam. Good job.
Fisher, this is a recon mission. Find out if Displace and Zerkezi are working together, and do not kill anyone.
Sam, you need the access codes from the executive's laptop. See if you can tap into it wirelessly. Damn it, Sam, that laptop had the server access algorithm on it. You'll need to see if he has the info backed up on another server. Good work, Sam. Now you'll be able to access the central server on the first floor. Sam? It would be a big help if you could tap the servers in each of Displace's divisions with a little program I whipped up and put on your OPSAT.
The windows are made with electrochromic glass. Specifications on your OPSAT.
It looks like some employees managed to get stuck between the double doors leading to the server room. You'll have to find another way in there. Way to go, Sam. Now I can peruse Displace's divisional files at my leisure. Check for a ventilation system. You might be able to find a way through.
The data appears to have been moved to the terminal of M. Nedich, Displace VP of Protection Operations. We'll need access to his computer in the upper offices.
Mylon Nedich, VP Protection Operations, Displace International. Milos Nowak. That's Nedich's real name. Turns out he's the barber of Bosnia, suspected war criminal from the Bosnian conflict.
Looks like Mylon Nedich has secretly relocated Zerkezi to Hokkaido, Japan. We're sending a helicopter to evac you from the roof. Fisher, if we're going to prevent open war, we need to abduct Zerkezi and take down Nedich while we're at it.
Scanning the license plates IDs Nedich for us. Carry on. Fisher, just ID'd Nedich, a.k.a. Milos Nowak, suspected war criminal from the Bosnian conflict. Your orders stand.
Fisher, you have civilians up ahead. Watch your fire. You just killed a civilian, Fisher. Control yourself. Nedich is taken care of, but Shetland is on his way there. I don't know why, but I want to find out what he and Zerkezi are meeting about. That's Nedich out of the picture. Now get to the far end of the retreat so we can see what's going on with Shetland and Zerkezi.
I'm on it.
That's Nedich out of the picture, and there's nothing we could have done to prevent Shetland escaping. Get to extraction. That's 2 civilians down. This mission is a disaster. Complete your primary objectives and forget about the rest.
Good job, Sam. That's the last of the microphones that Otomo asked us to recover.
Satellite shows you're nearing Zerkezi. Fisher, kill Shetland. Fisher, objective update. Take down Shetland. Shetland escaped. Complete the mission. There was no way you could have stopped Shetland. We'll try and track him. Complete the mission and get out of there.
Sam, we can't extract you until you've completed your primary objectives. That's all your primary objectives, Fisher. We can extract you at any time.
Sam, they didn't launch the missile intentionally, but we still need to see if we can find out who did and where they did it from. Tap directly into the motherboard on the launcher that fired the missile. Sam, you'll need to see if the technician keeps copies of his report backed up somewhere.
Fisher, that's the intel we needed about the Kaesong Munsan approach, but it's not good. If this thing blows up in our faces, we're in big trouble. Good thinking, Fisher. Now if we have to, we can remote detonate those missiles and at least take the battery out of commission for a little while.
You'll need to open the casing on the motherboard from the control room beneath you.
Good work, Sam. Looks like you recovered the last of the logs.
The casing is open. You can access the motherboard on the launcher itself and recover any routing data from the BIOS. Another complication. Looks like the launch order came through Seoul. I hope we're at war with the right people. Abort the missile launch from the East Battery and get out of there.
Fisher, the NKA just spilled over into the DMZ. We're at war, and it looks like that battery is about to launch more missiles. I need you to stop them. You were too late to stop the launch, but you can abort the missile from the launch control underneath the platform. Hurry!
Now that we have the abort codes, you need to bypass the override circuits from the missile control room. Missile aborted. Get to the other launcher and tap the BIOS. Missile aborted. Make your way to extraction.
There won't be any alarms to worry about. Everyone is already alert, but keep your eyes peeled for booby traps and mines.
Good work, Sam. That's the last propaganda broadcast point.
Good job, Sam. With an inside line on the NKA's command network, we should be able to funnel useful intelligence to the regs.
Fisher, you need to grab the drives out of the NDT before you go up to the roof to transmit.
Good work, Sam. Take the drive up to the roof so we can transmit the data to the EA-6B. Fisher, you need to tap the MCC before we'll be able to extract you. Good job, Sam. With an inside line on the NKA's command network, we should be able to funnel useful intelligence to the regs.
That was the last P3R, Sam. Good job.
Sam, get back to the building. You can designate the wreckage with your EEV from there. Fisher, you have civilians on site. Do not kill any of them. Fisher, the guys in the suits look like displaced mercenaries trying to keep a low profile. Watch yourself. Check the private offices on the top floor to figure out who Shetland is meeting with. Damn it, Fisher, you just killed a civilian. Control yourself. Fisher, that's the second civilian you've killed. I'm aborting all objectives except your primaries. Complete the mission and extract. Fisher, you need to double back and check the owner's computer in the private offices so we can figure out who Shetland is meeting with.
Looks like maybe Cohen's right, and Shetland is meeting with the Red Nation. Shetland might be meeting with Red Nation. Eavesdrop on the meeting. Looks like maybe Cohen's right, and Shetland is meeting with the Red Nation. But if ISDF is planning a takedown, we'll need to eavesdrop on that meeting before they interfere. ISDF might try to take down Shetland. Eavesdrop on his meeting first.
ISDF might be planning a takedown. Access the owner's computer in the next office. Fisher, ISDF might be planning to blackbag Shetland. Get to the owner's computer. We need to figure out who Shetland is meeting with. ISDF might be planning a takedown. Eavesdrop on Shetland's meeting first. Fisher, looks like ISDF is planning to take Shetland down. Eavesdrop on Shetland's meeting before they make a mess of this.
Fisher, I found a program on Shetland's laptop that will help us understand how he's managing to keep a scattered army functioning as a whole. It's a bizarre inverse of Nikoladz's glass dagger.
Find the officers, but don't kill anyone, or I'll abort the mission immediately. Damn it, Fisher, be careful with the alarms. Fisher, the base is on alert. Fisher, you need to record everything that happens in the Japanese war room in the sublevels under the main floor.
Sam, it looks like these guards are carrying non-lethal ammo. Don't let them tag you. If you're taken prisoner, I don't even want to think about it.
You just downloaded the orders for the ISDF strike team that went after Shetland. This confirms Otomo's involvement, but we still need to discover if his actions are sanctioned by the government. That double-isolated room in the center of the corridors is the war room, Sam. You'll need to find a way to record their meeting.
Sam, you should be able to laser mic the war room from the vent overlooking it.
Otomo has been manipulating the Japanese government. We need to know what's next.
The general in the war room is up to something. Access his laptop from the vent overlooking the room.
Otomo is going to force-launch North Korean ballistic missiles at Japan. We need to destroy his servers in the command center at the bottom of the elevator. Fisher, if you're sure you're okay, continue the mission as planned, but be careful. The base is on alert. Fisher, the Joint Chiefs need Otomo alive at any cost. Fifth Freedom with everyone but him. Your non-lethal parameter is lifted. Well done. Now get to Otomo. Otomo just tried to commit seppuku. Get in there and stabilize him fast. Otomo should survive. Blast your way out and we'll pick you up from the surface.